What is happening, everybody? And welcome to tonight's Serial Sundays. I hope you're all doing super well and have had a good week. And Phil is back off the road, back to reality. And we're here with another exciting episode. So I hope you're all doing well. How are you this week, Phil? How are you?
Good. It's been good to get off the road and be home. And we've done a lot of driving. I was in Kansas. If all you are familiar with the U.S. of A, Kansas in the middle of the heartland. The heartland, man.
Nice. And you were just away for the week, were you? How many days were you away?
Yeah. We're away for the week. Next week, I'm really starting to tour a lot now. So like next week, I'm in West Virginia, and then the following week, next week's West Virginia, Alabama, and then the next week, I'm in Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, and we're in
all
Wyoming,
over the place.
We're all over the country. So watch my social media for tour dates and. Lots going on, man. Lots going on.
I'm pretty sure.
How about you? What are you doing to?
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream. Just getting things hopefully organized, moving into a new place, trying to get organized for rebuilding my existence. It's all super fun. But just before we get started, everybody, if you can smash the like button for us, if you can share this wherever you can, it's much appreciated. And I believe this week we're talking about a man that went by the pseudonym the Charmer. So it's somebody I've never heard of this guy, and that usually means that we're in for a bit of a roller coaster ride. So excited.
So I have a question. I have a question, Ron. So just before our video started, we had 19 lovely people waiting to get in.
Yeah.
We're nearing 50 right now, but we had 19 and we had 18 thumbs ups.
Yep.
And 1 thumbs down. Who gives me a thumbs down before the show starts? That's what I want to know.
It's just It's just YouTube, baby. It's just YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
It's just cause people are miserable, man. People are miserable and they're sat in their house.
Before my video starts, please identify yourself. Come forward. Are you my ex-wife? Is my ex-wife on this video?
Yeah. Go suck a dick. That's our official stance on that one.
Make yourself known. By the way, I poured myself some wine. Did you know where I poured it out of?
Oh, yeah. Well, tell us what you poured it out of.
This beautiful bottle. I'm going to do it like a revolving, like set the store look.
That is some sick
Chalmers YouTube. What do you call this, Ron?
Sick. I know what Ico would call it.
Water bottle?
It's a water bottle. It's a stainless steel. It's a stainless steel water bottle. Which, by the way, we all know that the
stainless steel water bottle.
The plastic water bottles.
Very well done. I know some of you guys bought these. This is pretty cool, man. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, man. Plus, as well, if you're
Swanson, good call on the merch, man.
I'm glad you like it. Well, plus, if you're coming out the gym, and someone tries to grab your iPhone, you can clock them over the head with your Phil Chalmers stainless steel water bottle right there.
Yes.
Boom. Good times.
And then you'll leave it at the scene, and they'll be contacting me. I'll be a suspect. Right?
I swear to God, sometimes I think it would just be funny to start a Reddit page with a conspiracy that you're the serial killer, and then you frame all these other guys to go to jail.
Yes.
And do you see what I mean? They would be.
Yes.
I guarantee you, we would get some traction.
Hey.
Yeah. Carry on.
We are talking about a guy that is completely unknown in the serial killer world, but man, he's one of the guys that I've been dying to talk to this guy. He will not respond to me. At some point, he kind of thought he's claiming to be innocent, which, some of them do that, and he's doing that right now. So that's probably why he doesn't want to talk to me. But I want you guys to get on your phones, your computers, and I want you to Google George Waterfield Russell, and he's got 3 nicknames. His most famous nickname is the Charmer. He charmed the life out of people, but he kind of went, when he first started killing, he went as the East Side Killer. He also was known as the East Side Rapist, and he was also known as the Bellevue Killer, and that's the dead giveaway. He was from Bellevue, Washington, way out on the West Coast, Washington State. And this guy is into necrophilia. He loves dead bodies. Now, I'm going to continue to remind our viewers, necrophilia doesn't mean sex with the dead. I used to think that. I thought necrophilia means you like to have sex with dead people. That is not what it
It's a
means.
vast,
And
it's
I
a
know this
vast
is weird,
spectrum.
Ron, because it's closely related, but necrophilia means you love dead bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means you might have sex with corpses, or you might just like Dahmer used to like to spend time with corpses. He did have sex with them too, but he also just loved having corpses in his house.
Yeah.
And some guys like to just play with corpses and pose them.
Honestly, I
This
don't
guy,
know. I don't know what's more disturbing. I don't know what's
I
more
know, right?
disturbing when, because
Any of it's
at
disturbing.
least when you think that they're just having sex with the bodies, that's creepy enough. But when like you get to the stage where they're keeping them under the floorboards for
Right.
years and then bringing them up to sit and drink a bottle of whiskey and like have a conversation with, like, I I I think that goes so much further than just wanting to have sex
You
with
know,
dead bodies.
many serial killers want sex slaves, or what these guys ultimately want, Ron. And if you kind
Power
of look in the mind of Dahmer,
and control.
yeah, Dahmer, Dennis Rader, BTK, and they would love to have the bodies around. In other words, they like to have you as a sex slave. So
Yeah.
like they kept you in the bedroom. Anytime no one have sex with you, they could. The problem is most people they won't agree to that, right? They won't agree to that. So
Sure.
unfortunately, they have to kill their victims. And then the victims only, obviously because of the human body, the victims can only be around for a week or two, and then it gets to be pretty bad. So a guy like Dahmer would have to just keep killing. And Dahmer would say, I hated killing people. I don't like killing people. I hate that.
But
But I want these bodies. I want
Yeah.
to possess them. So
Well, all I'm saying,
this guy,
Dabber, is taxidermy's been around for hundreds of years. Okay, you could have just, got one, made yourself a stuffed person, and be done with it. So don't give me that shite. You didn't like killing.
he could have.
He could have. I'm just
saying.
I'm just
He should
saying.
have just done that.
I'm just saying.
But he didn't.
He didn't.
But anyways, what I'm saying is this guy hated women. And I'm going to read you through his story because he only killed 3 people, but the way he did it and the crime, I'm trying to get the crime scenes. I haven't been successful. The crime scenes were the most shocking of any crime scenes. And he's just a fascinating guy. And I think nobody knows about George Russell. We'll just call him George Russell. He's got multiple nicknames. I know him as the Charmer, but George Russell, he's famous because he's from let me see where he's from. It's from a really interesting town. It's not even Belleville. Let me just look real quick. Hold on a second.
It's
it's an island. Can you find it? It's an not Marco Island, but
victims' method.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Nah, I've got all of the locations.
It's an island out in Washington. I'll find it. Hold on.
Hang on, it might be on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah. I should know this because I thought about it a lot. One second here.
Born in Florida, early life was moving to Mercer Island.
That's it, Mercer Island.
Okay.
So Mercer Island is kind of where he's from. It's a really cool, it's a nice area. It's not the area you get killed in by a serial killer.
Okay.
If some of you guys live in a really nice town, like you live in a suburb or there's not a lot of crime, Mercer Island is kind of like that. And when somebody gets killed, the whole place is shut. So let's just start backwards, Ron. Let's talk about the 3 crime scenes.
Sure.
And then we'll go back and do it again for those of there's a lot of people just getting on right now.
No problem.
So let's talk about the murders first. And I want these more to be, Ron, just a lot of, I want people to ask questions, I want to take questions.
No problems. I've got
and then we'll come back. We'll walk through his life, take a bunch of questions, and then we'll go back to the murders again. So this guy's born in 1958. So right now, what is he like? He was born in 58, Ron. I think he's like, they're saying the cameras are black right now.
Oh, sorry. That's
on our live.
Yeah, I fixed it. I don't know what happened there.
I see that too. It is on the live.
Sorry.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. We're good. So there's George Waterfield Russell. So today he would be in prison. He's going to die in prison, and he's like 63 or 64, I think. So He's born in 58, and at the age of 32, he kills 3 people, 3 women. And here's the crime dates. June 22nd of 19, August 9th of 1990, and August 31st. So he kills, and we've seen this pattern a lot with serial killers. When they start killing, they take a long break, and then they have a shorter break, and a shorter break, and and then it gets closer together. He only killed 3, but so he killed 1, and then he took a, let's say, 8, 38, 47. So about a 6-week break. Okay. He kills, takes a 6-week break, and then he kills again in 3 weeks. Just as we say about these serial killers, they take cooling off periods, but a lot of times they speed them up and then they get caught. So he killed, took a 6-week break, killed, a 3-week break, killed, boom, he's caught. That's kind of how it goes. Okay. Let me tell you about the crime scenes. These are all, Ron, can you show the victims?
Yeah,
First
of course.
of all, let's look at the victims. These are not sex workers. These are people that he meets at nightclubs, in bars, and they go home with them because you know why his nickname is the Charmer? He charms them to go home with him.
So I take it,
leave the bar with him.
Yeah, that completely all stems from how much of an out of place crime this was. Do you see what I mean?
You can see the victims and you can see their names on the screen. Ron's got it up there. Yeah. So, rest in peace.
For sure.
Mary Ann Polrek, Carol Beath, and Andrea Levine. Rest in peace, these 3 victims who got taken by the charmer, who charmed them into thinking he's a good guy and you should leave the bar with them. So keep those victims up, Ron, as they look at that.
Yeah.
And let me just walk you through this. You see Mary Ann on the left. She was taken from a nightclub, and he killed her outside in a parking lot. She was found behind a McDonald's and a couple other restaurants. She was laid by a dumpster. Can you imagine? There was a guy working at McDonald's, and he went out to the dumpster, and he found Mary Ann. Yeah. She was laid out on her back. Her arms were folded across her stomach like in a casket. She was holding a pine cone. Ron, do you have pine cones in Scotland?
Yeah. We got pine cones, yeah.
She had a pine cone in her hand. And listen to this. This is really weird, Ron. He took a coffee cup, like a lid, and he put it on her left eye. That's crime scene number 1. So weird crime scene. Then you go to crime scene number 2. It's going to get way crazier.
That's weird.
He actually went to these women's homes.
Oh,
the
wow.
next 2 victims are found in the comfort of their homes. Carol Beath was beaten in the head. He had bit her arms after she was deceased.
He had bit her arms, did you say?
He bit her arms after she was deceased. He shoved a gun into her lady parts.
Yeah, okay.
6 inches into her body.
Okay, wow.
He wrapped her head in plastic, covered her with the pillow, and he spread her legs so whoever walked into the room would be shocked by the scene. Imagine walking in the scene, seeing a gun inserted into a victim. The 3rd scene, he gets crazier and crazier.
So he just left the gun there?
He left the gun inserted in her vagina and left her like that. And her daughter found her. How sad is that?
Oh, wow. Wow.
The 3rd victim, Andrea Levine, ready for this, Ron? Listen closely. She was stabbed 250 times. We call that overkill.
Yeah.
She was bashed in the back of her skull. He shoved a sex toy down her throat, which would be a dildo.
Yep.
And he placed the book More Joy of Sex in her hand and propped her up on the bed with a sex toy jammed down her throat, holding a sex book. I mean, can you imagine walking in on that? She almost looked like she was alive. The first responders and the witnesses said. I mean, so he's decided to shock the world with these crime scenes and these crime, the way he poses the bodies. And that's actually a fetish of posing the bodies. He also liked to stab. He also liked to do something with their victims' skin. He loved necrophilia and he loved posing bodies. So
wild.
He was arrested and he claimed he was innocent, which is sad because I really like him why he did everything he did. when these guys claim they're innocent, it makes it really tough for me. I really can't get what I want from them. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So George Russell, the charmer, we're talking about tonight. We have 50 minutes to go, 40 minutes. And we like to let's take your questions. We'll talk about him a little bit.
Oh,
I want to talk about.
I've got a couple of questions.
All
So,
right, go ahead. Let's go.
so do you think killers are motivated to leave shocking and confusing crime scenes to fuck with the law enforcement's investigation? Like, for example, putting a coffee cup on her eye. Like, do you think that certain criminals will try and create a scene just to create confusion? Or is that...
It is exactly what you said, Ron. Certain criminals.
Okay, yeah, certain criminals.
Some killers, like Delmas Colvin, wants to dump the body 100 feet in the woods, and he prays no one finds it. So some killers are so disorganized. Ted Bundy bashes you with the log, ravages your body, bites your nipple off, and he leaves the body. He doesn't even, like, you know what I mean, Ron? He's not even thinking of the crime scene. He's just doing what he loves, right?
Yeah.
But there are some, the werewolf butcher is one of those guys. You want to look up Jack Spillman, the werewolf butcher, who will pose the bodies. And if you think about this, Ron, just think, I want you guys to try to get in the mindset. If you were this kind of a person that you love posing bodies, I would sit back and say, what can I do to shock the world? Or what can I do to get for this to be a really big story, right? So the reason this was not a big story is because the killer was not a white male, because the media won't report on those crimes, which is okay. I don't understand that. If this was a white male, as Ron has pictured here, if this was a white male killer like Ted Bundy, this would have been a huge case.
Yeah.
Here we are standing here talking about a guy that nobody knows who George Waterfield Russell is.
And do you think that was to do with
crime scenes were shocking?
Was that to do with the time period that this all happened? To do with race and things like that?
No, I don't think so. What did I say? 1990, Ron? 1990.
Yeah, 1990.
I mean, that's BT. That's about the time of BTK.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So not really. It was more of a shocking crime for an area that usually doesn't see that type of crime, right? I mean, that was really the shock factor.
It should have been a huge story, but you have two things working against you, I guess. Number one, only 3 victims, and we say only 3 because at the time, a serial killer had to kill 3, so he's the minimum. Now it's 2. And he's a black male, so the media won't cover that case. Even though the victims were white. And in that, if you ever see my class, my training, I talk about the victim profile, like who these killers kill. I'll just share this, Ron. I don't know if I ever shared this on YouTube Live. White serial killers, 95% of the time, white serial killers kill white victims. So if you have a white serial killer, it's very rare that they don't kill white victims. Who are the anomalies? Who doesn't? Gary Ridgway, Jeffrey Dahmer. There's a few. On the flip side, black, mostly male serial killers kill only 40% of their victims are black. So here's what that means. And I tell my audiences, if you have white female victims, like Ron showed, it could be any killer. It could be white, Hispanic, Asian, black killers, right? But if you have black victims, they're normally killed by black male serial killers. So why am I talking about this? Because I'm passionate about all victims.
You said that before, actually. You said that most serial killers.
Yeah, not many people talk about. Yeah. Not many people talk about black victims, and that bothers me. That black victims don't get this kind of coverage.
Yeah, and
it's the American news media. It's crazy, really.
And there's nothing that would say that white victims outweigh black victims. You would say that black victims outweigh the white victims, right? The majority.
You broke up for a second, Ron. Go ahead. Say it again.
Sorry. I'm saying. The news coverage? Would you say that they're heavily biased towards white victims? It's not the fact that there's more white victims. It's bias them in the media. Is that right?
Ron is breaking up. I don't know if y'all can see.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you there?
You're kind of breaking up on me.
Oh, hang on. I don't know why I'm breaking up. Hang
Okay.
There we go. Let me try and
All right,
fix
you're
it.
back. Go ahead.
Yeah, we might have just had a little lag spike
Yeah.
here. Yeah, so
Go
you're saying
ahead.
it's a media bias thing. You're not saying that white victims, there's more white victims than black victims. It's media bias, right? That just reports more on the white victims, yeah?
It's media bias.
Okay.
It's media bias. There are more white victims in the U.S. than black victims, and then it's Hispanic and Asian, but it's all media bias. I mean,
Okay.
media. It's who kills them, right? Like, there's this nervousness in America that if you report on a black male killer, you might appear as being racist. So what they do is they don't talk about it,
Yeah.
and a lot of the victims who are black children, black females, thank me for doing what I'm doing because nobody talks about these cases. Ron, we have two questions real quick.
Okay.
Is it true he charmed the cops and wanted to act speak? Yes, whoever said that, he did charm the police. He kind of worked closely with the police at times, and he didn't do well in prison or jail because he was a black male, but he did act and talk like he was white. So that all plays into this case. I'm sure it helps him be a little more charming, and the victims might be, if they're white victims, maybe he was able to charm them easier. I don't know that. Could the posing be part of the art of their art? Yes. So the signature, there's two things, serial killers, the MO, modus operandi, that is how they commit their crimes. And the signature is their calling card. Imagine if you were doing a crime and you left your business card. You dropped your business card.
Yep.
That's your calling card. The signature is your calling card. Okay. So Nathaniel Code when he was done killing people, he would cut their throats so deeply, he would nearly decapitate every one of his victims. Nathaniel Code from Louisiana, his signature was the throat cutting. That was his calling card. The Boston Strangler would strangle women, and then he would tie a bow out of their pantyhose on their neck, and he would leave. His signature, his calling card was a bow. George Russell's signature, exactly what you said there, Adam, is or Daffy Duck, sorry, Ducky Duck, is Ducky Duck. That's the signature is posing the body. Like if you found 3 bodies posed, you're like, okay, we know who this is. It's the same killer, right? Most of them see themselves as some form of artist. I'm sure George Russell thought he was an artist. So I agree with you on that, for sure. And by the way, when you ask a question or comment, give me your first name so I don't have to call you Ducky Duck.
Yeah.
Ron laughs at me when I call people Ducky Duck.
Yeah, no, I know Ducky Duck is fine. I would be wary about giving out your name on the internet. I'm Ron. I'm a panic freak when it comes to this shit. So, we've got a question here. Have you ever had any correspondence with Robert Brownie? Brownie Brown, sorry, claims to have 48.
Robert Brown.
Brownie.
It's Robert Browning, Browning,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Browning.
So. Yeah.
Yes, I have. I believe Robert Browning has killed way more victims than the police know about. If I want to guess, I'm not looking this up. I think he's in Florida in a prison right now, but I'm not sure. But he was one of these guys that crossed the country, Ron, and we think he killed a lot of people. And there was a time I was talking to him, trying to get him to, I'm always trying to solve cold cases, and I was like, dude, let's talk, let's work together. And I had some conversation with him, but maybe I should start that up again. But I believe he's killed more people than he said. Can somebody, if you commented that, Ron, can you watch the comments?
Yeah.
Is he in a Florida prison right now? Where's Browning at? I'm going to say Florida.
I'm having hair trouble right now. Just bear with me.
Okay. I can see you. Oh, you said hair trouble. That's hilarious. I thought you said air trouble. Hilarious.
Ha! No.
We don't care about hair trouble. We don't.
Yeah,
we don't go dark over hair trouble.
Yeah.
It's air trouble.
Air trouble is more serious than hair trouble. 100%. 100%. 100%. Amy Hoffman says she worked in corrections for 20 years surrounded by psychopaths. That would be intense.
Oh my gosh. Amy, what state did you work in? I'm curious. Tell us what state you worked in. Were you U.S. or abroad or other countries? Where were you from? Let us know that, Ron.
Yeah, well, I'll be watching.
Anybody have a question, comment? While Ron's looking for questions, let me show you a couple things I have. This
Oh, yeah.
first book that came out. This came out in 2009. It was a landmark book. It's been used by law enforcement. There's me in a rare photo back in the day with 2 school shooters in 1 prison in Tennessee. Let's see. This is Jacob Davis, and this is Jamie Rouse, Tennessee prison. That is available anywhere books are sold. If you want it signed by me, you have to get it on my website. And then in this year, I came out with the Teen Killer Whisperer. The Teen Killer Whisperer. This is an updated version of that book. That's available now as well. Anywhere books are sold. But if you want them autographed by me, you got to get them on my website, philchalmers.com. And Ron, maybe Ron can post this link again. We have some
Holy
merch,
shit.
the Phil Chalmers YouTube merch.
Sorry.
We're very excited about this. So it's available. And a lot of people have bought stuff and sent it to me, Ron, and it looks really dope. They love it. They're loving it.
I'm really pleased. Sorry, a really abrupt noise just happened on the streaming software, and I just jumped out
Any questions, my man?
Jumped out my skin. Yeah, there was 2 of them. Hang on a second. So we have.
Why'd you jump out? Wait. Why'd you jump out of your skin?
Because there was. I'll save you all the nerdy stuff, but I had to import all of the artwork into a new version of the software, and I hadn't turned the noises down. So every time somebody subscribes now, the noise is just so loud, and I just absolutely jumped out my fucking skin. Anyway, so do you think another reason there's less reports on non-white victims is just the racism and fear, but unintentionally they feel strongly about white victims as they fear it could have been? Oh, okay. So I don't know. Basically, I think what Blazey's trying to say is, do you think white journalisms report more on white victims because they fear, oh no, it could be me, and there's this sort of maybe a human drive to try and catch criminals that they fall under the profile of? Maybe I think maybe that's what you're trying to do. Trying to ask there, Blaze. Maybe you want to reword your question a bit.
I'll just tell you why. I've been doing this a long time. If you know anything about Phil Chalmers, I care about all victims. And unfortunately, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in America, US of A,
America,
we have a very racist media. And they only report on some missing children, some missing women, some cases, some shootings, right? They focus mostly on white victims, and especially the suburban white victims. Like if it happens in Parkland, Florida, it's going to be a big deal. Little girl named Casey, well, you had the Casey Anthony case, but oh my God, I'm blanking out when Colorado, the little dancing girl, John Benet Ramsey.
There you go.
It's the John Benet Ramsey, and what's the dude that killed his wife in California on a boat? The boating thing. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Not Casey Anthony, but it's not. Anyways, it's the white victims that get a lot of attention.
Okay.
And the mass shootings. We have in the United States, a mass shooting by the FBI, you have to kill 4 people at one time.
Okay.
So we have mass shootings pretty often, but they don't happen in the suburbs. A lot of them happen in Chicago, in Memphis, in Baltimore, in Houston, right? And if somebody drives up and kills 4 people, whether it's on the block, or if it's at a party, or if it's in a store, a convenience store, and it doesn't get reported. It doesn't make national news. But God forbid it happens in a suburb or a school or whatever. Just some people become national news and some don't. So that's one reason. Second reason is the American news media. The whole big fear here is being racist.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to be called racist, because I'm not.
Yeah.
And I talk about these issues because I care about the victims. anytime someone, like if someone gets mad at Ron and I, they're going to say we're racist. I mean, that's just the easiest thing to do. Let's just call them racist.
Yep, that's one way.
And some
Yep.
people just freeze up and go, I'm not going away. I'm not racist, and
For sure.
I fight against that. But that's the reason people are afraid to be calling racist. So they say, well, let's not report on these crimes. There's been 500 black serial killers, and 60% of serial killers right now in the U.S. are black males. Only 30% are white. So they say, let's not talk about those cases. Let's only talk about these 30%, and then we won't be called racist. And I say, wait a minute. You're not talking about a lot of victims who are black children and black females. I think that's racist. So we don't agree, right?
Yeah, it's
I talk about all the cases.
I completely share your views. In the UK as well, we've had huge cases that concern child grooming and areas where it's heavily Muslim and areas in England like this, and they try and create police teams that are also Muslim or also of the cultures that these areas are part of, to try and, to be honest, criminals are fucking criminals. Like, I'm sorry if, the police force is heavily more white, maybe, I don't know, but I think when it comes to child safety and things like that, it's not really the police's fault if the public want to turn around and start saying, oh, you're racist. No, I'm sorry, we're just doing our jobs. It's kind of sad that society's like that, if I'm being honest.
I want to give a little props out, Ron. When a lot of us Google serial killers, we just go to Google or Yahoo, we type in serial, type in George Russell, and here's what comes up. Wikipedia comes up, Murderpedia comes up, but I want to give you guys a site that I love, and it's part of the college called Radford University. So in the U.S., in Virginia, there's a college called Radford University, and they have a serial killer research center, okay? And I want you guys to Google that, and you can get a list of serial killers that they've researched. And this is what it looks like. It's multiple pages, and they'll have the killer's name and his nicknames in a picture, right? And then it goes through their life. Look at that. It goes through every year of their life, and it's multiple pages.
I'll bring that up on the screen right now.
George Russell.
There we go.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of people. They had George Russell, and it goes through everything that's happened in George Russell's life, every year of his life. And you look where I got the stars, then it comes up with his 3 murders. And then you look at it, it has general information about the case, okay? It's just amazing research, and it's a college that has this research center, and it goes through, like, did he wet the bed? Did he kill animals? Did he set fires?
That's amazing.
It talks about his family, his life, and it talks about the weird shit he was involved in. So I would really encourage y'all to, when you're looking up a serial killer, open up one of your browsers and always keep it open to Radford University Serial Killer Research Center, and you will get their awesome website. And they have a list. They have a database of hundreds of serial killers. I think it's the best research out there, and it's the most in-depth, way more in-depth than Wikipedia and Murderpedia. So, little plug to my guy Mike Amat who ran that. Those guys are kick-ass.
Can I just
Radford University? We like what you're doing.
I'm going to put it up on the screen. Can you just confirm if this is the right one?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Let me know if this is the right website, Phil.
We're blacked out. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's
the one.
And when you're there, Ron, there's different things you can click on. You can get all their statistics. The numbers I'm giving you, Ron, of the white, black, Asian, Hispanic serial killer numbers, those are all there. So your database, your serial killer data, your statistics, it's good stuff, man. I'm just giving you. There you go, Ron. Look at that. Serial killers in alphabetical order. You can click on who you want. There it is. Look at that.
Damn.
It's unbelievable data. It's free at all of your fingertips just by visiting the Radford University Serial Killer Research Center.
Wow. Yeah, I'll stick a link in the side chat right now for everybody, because I'm sure some people will be super duper interested.
And I think they might do other cases, Ron, not just US. But
okay.
I think they might do UK cases as well.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to post this right now for you lovely, lovely
Anybody else
people.
have any questions? My wife has sent me a couple. Let me see what she has just sent me.
Cherry Lane's got a question. Thank you very much, Lisa, for the super chat as well. There is the
Thank you.
link. There is the link to the Radford University. Also, Mac had a random thing. Okay. Rocco, tell Phil my brother was next to the kid who shot the other kid next to the football field in Tennessee, Lincoln County.
Okay, Ron, he's talking about Jacob Davis, who I was pictured with
Okay.
on the back of that book. Jacob Davis.
Okay.
Right here. This guy right here.
Damn.
No, I'm sorry, right here.
Damn, that's crazy,
So
man.
Jacob Davis killed one person at a school. So technically he's a school shooter, but he killed one person.
Okay.
And that guy's saying his brother was standing next there. Wow. Somebody says, what got him caught? Sorry if I missed if you said it. What got him caught? You know what? I don't know that answer. Let me think. I don't know if it was DNA. It might have been DNA that caught him. But you know, he's going home with people from bars and nightclubs. I think he became a suspect pretty quick. And then they got his DNA connected him to it. That's how I think it went. If it's different than that, let me know, y'all. Let me know. Do you ever get sick of seeing crime scene photos? Nesbitt said. Not really. I hate, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't get sick of seeing them. To me, it's fascinating to look at the scene. Like it puts you at the scene. Like, so we're all out here talking about serial killers and we're studying them. That Ron and I are not fans of true crime. Nobody's fans of people being murdered and bludgeoned and raped, but we are interested in true crime and what makes these guys tick. And you know what the best way you can see it? Being at the scene and looking at the crime scene. You're looking at it, right?
Totally. For me, I'm more of like a pre-watershed, safe for family viewing crime scene photo guy. Like give me the heavily cropped area down at the bottom where you just see like a foot. Do you know what I mean? Like give me that. That's my kind of crime scene. Do you know what I mean? Because
and somebody said this Potato Fry says it's how bad a crime is to make the front of the news. Yeah, sometimes it is how bad the crime is, how shocking. But really, if you want to think about a Potato Fry, it almost goes back to who the victims are. You know, sex workers, drug addicts don't get the attention that other people do. They just don't.
Well, there's a term for it.
Somebody wants to make an appearance, Ron. Make sure put my camera on full screen.
Sure. Oh yeah, but we've got a term for that sad category, which is the lesser dead, right?
Now look up here. Look up here.
Hang on, let me just
look over here. Look, this is Ron. Ron is scary. You think you're scary, but
Ron's not scary. Ron's a nice guy.
Look,
Ron's a nice guy.
Look. She's like, I want to get out of it. I don't know about you guys, but my dog loves the laser pointer. We call it red dot in our house. I get the laser pointer out. When I go in this certain drawer, she knows I'm going there. She's like, dude. And then I get this laser pointer out and she like looks at the ground. And we do the laser pointer, and then we got a little, because she's deaf, I can't tell her we're done, so I say we're done.
Oh, that's so cool.
And she's like, oh, we're done.
All I'm saying is, I don't know if Wendy knows, but in this most recent episode of Delmas versus Daisy, Delmas and Daisy show.
This is a thing of beauty. When are you posting the next Delmas
tomorrow.
Daisy show,
it's ready to go. It's getting uploaded today. Finally, all of the monetization issues are done, and it will be up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, man. I have to say though, I think you're going to take some serious heat in the comment section for you allowing Daisy to have certain food options as a treat. I think people are going to. So just get ready for that. And I make there's a.
Just so you know, Daisy eats Daisy eats better than most.
So
Thomas
funny.
Colvin said Daisy eats better than him.
It's so funny. Don't give it away. You gotta watch the video. You gotta watch the video.
Let me just say one thing. Daisy's day starts with 4 eggs every morning. Delmas Colvin said, "I can't get eggs. I'm already feeling bad."
Yeah, man. So it's a good episode. So that'll be up tomorrow, and there'll be another video up either the end of this week or the start of next week, and then will be a video a week at least, and then the live stream on the Sunday. it's exciting. And then eventually, once I'm not living on the edge of a bed,
Yep.
we'll have the documentary coming out. So it's all
And Ron, you
slowly
know what?
coming together.
Ron, I want to come to the UK next summer.
Okay.
So I know we're in August right now. I'm launching another project in March. In June, July, and August, Ron, I want to come to the UK, definitely Scotland, London.
Sure.
Maybe we can do the release of Necro when I come out there. That would be kind of cool if we can get it done by then.
Yeah, I mean we'll probably have it done a long time before then, and we'll probably have something else coming out by then. But we'll definitely, I mean, we'll definitely have something that we can splurge all over the place for when you come here. 100%.
That'd be cool.
100%.
That'd be great.
Here's a question. Here's a question. Did George always murder his victims in the woods? I don't know who George. Is it George? I think
We're talking about George Russell.
Oh, yeah,
we're
sorry.
About George
sorry,
Russell,
yes,
this guy.
sorry.
That's all right. So, no, two of the women were murdered inside their homes. The other victim was murdered probably in a parking lot. So I'd say the answer to that one's no.
Here's another one. We've got one lady here, Sunshine. She's been asking over and over again, and I'm going to reword. I'm going to reword her question a little bit, right? Because she's talking about the spiritual side of life and about possession and whether or not you think that this is a possible evil spirits. But to be honest with you, people are just fucked. Okay, right. That's the honest truth. Okay, but in many cases, like if you look at the actual Conjuring house and you don't look at the movie The Conjuring and you actually look what took place in some of these houses, they might not be serial killers. They're certainly mass killings because of the atrocities that take place. I think when you actually look at the Conjuring house, the proper story, you can't logically explain the stories that you're being told. Like there's something else going on, and I wouldn't say that is common throughout every killing and every serial killer, but for me, there's definitely reasons why horrific crimes happen, but I don't know if I would say that I see people are capable of worse things than demons. Of course.
Just so you all know, I'm very spiritual, and I do believe in the spiritual world, and this stuff is very evil. It's very dark. And, taking someone's life is about as bad as you can get. And it's amazing. We see a lot. I mean, murder has always been the most shocking thing you could do to someone. Kill them, take their life, end their life, be God, right? And, that to me is very shocking. And then these guys, they even go a step further. They don't just kill people. They do it in crazy ways. If you hear a noise, that's give me Daisy's toy.
It's like the only time you've ever talked about spiritual shit and being serious, and Daisy's in the back.
How crazy my wife is. My wife buys my deaf boxer a toy that makes noise.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. It's so funny.
So I have another. I got a comment. There's a question here. Somebody got their merch. A. Bilstein got their merch, socks and shirt. Wow, how will you got to send us a picture of you and your socks.
You need to go. Shirt. Yeah, you can email us.
My wife wanted to buy me the socks. They look pretty badass.
Yeah. What
else did we buy when we bought a shirt? We bought a sweatshirt. We bought the water bottles. This is super cool. It's cold. It keeps your stuff cold for days.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm really pleased. I'm really
Any other questions? I love the interaction, man. We can do this all day. We can talk, but y'all can Google image George Waterfield and look up his story. I mean, it's out there.
Does psychosis mimic possession? That's an interesting question. Does psychosis mimic possession? I think a lot of the cases that again, we're not going onto a massive possession discussion here, but I think 1950s, 60s, 70s, those were the sort of dying eras of people blaming possession for crimes, if that makes sense. I think there was a lot of cases that were debunked in the 90s and the noughties from the 50s and 60s that were meant to have been possession and all this kind of stuff. So for me, it's an interesting topic, fairly on topic. So yeah, but yeah, Phil, you were saying you were
Ron,
quite
no, there's two things. There's two things going on here, Ron. Like I believe in the spiritual world,
sure.
but like Ron is saying right now, you watch all these movies on, the Conjuring and all this stuff, the Amityville Horror, all that stuff is made up. A lot of it is stories. You got these ghost hunters, and they will flat out tell you, y'all watch ghost hunter shows on TV. They pretty much flat out say we made all that shit up.
Yeah.
So on one hand, a lot of the stuff is made up and it's fake, but I believe there is some spiritual world going on. And I mean, you're one of two people. You either believe in the spiritual world, or you think we've come here by accident. We're gonna die, and that's it.
You're coming
and
here.
There's two different versions of that.
You're coming here next year. Okay, you're coming here next year. So me and a couple of my mates from another YouTube channel called the Ouija Brothers, we'll take you to some haunted locations in the UK, mate, and then we'll see what your fucking mindset is when you're locked in a weird house in England that hasn't had wallpapers put on it since the 40s.
Let's do it.
Oh, we will. We will. Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
We will. We'll get that set up.
I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live for that, and let's see how it goes.
Hell yeah, you're going to be going live.
I would love that. That would be fun. I would enjoy that.
It would just be a Phil Chalmers shaped hole in the wall where you fucking run, man. I'd be the same. It freaks me out, man. But yeah, definitely when we're here, we'll be doing some of that.
So, are we gonna be live next Sunday, Ron?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try and maybe
so we'll do it again next Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to be over the next maybe 3-4 weeks. There's some new sections to the show that we're going to maybe trial, little 10-minute sections looking at things that have become killer lore and legend and story just from the internet and Reddit and things like this. And we'll maybe have some guest speakers coming on to deliver that.
Can you all tell me what my shirt is? Can you see what my shirt is?
Can
you all tell what that is?
No. No,
it's Friday the 13th. Come on, Ron. So let me just tell you, we were like limping towards 10,000. We got there.
Yeah.
And the next day we hit 11,300, like 11,300. So thank you so much for all of you that are supportive. You're watching, you're sharing. Do me a favor, share this YouTube channel with your friends. Man, if we could get to 100,000 people, it would just really rock. My podcast looks to be dropping September 1st. So,
well, listen,
here's what's going to happen.
You're not going to miss that. We're going to be pushing that big time. So don't worry.
Apple has partnered with us. They love our podcast, and they've kind of taken over a lot of things, and they've told us September 1st, season 2 launches. So, listen, man. They're talking like 12 million people watching, listen to the podcast.
Oh, yes.
So this YouTube channel can get very exciting here very quickly if things go like that.
100%.
So thank you so much. I'll never forget the people that were here from the beginning. A lot of you on were, 130, 150 strong all the time. You're on with us. And
no, we really appreciate it. Like
we thank everybody that's here. And you guys, a lot of you guys are here from the beginning when we had 1,000 and 2,000. We were, 5,000.
He sounds like a YouTuber. Look at him. Do you remember what he was like a few months ago? He was unsure about all this, and now he's fucking. Look at him. Proper YouTuber.
34 years,
mate.
I did this and resisted YouTube. And I met your crazy ass. And you're like, we got to do this. Like, I can't. I got to save this content for TV.
Yeah, I was like, let me speak to your wife. Just let me speak to your wife.
The boss.
That's it.
Hey, get over here, boss. Just peek your head in.
No, I was meaning
Give me a wife.
I was meaning back then. Don't make her come in if she doesn't want to.
You know what she said? She's like, I'm cleaning.
She says she's cleaning. She's glued to a screen back there, making sure the sound's okay, making sure I don't screw up the frickin' cameras. She's on it.
You're gonna get up here and you're gonna say good. You're gonna say hello.
Daisy's like,
Ron.
Everyone's like, screw you guys. We're not interested in your goddamn YouTube this season. Oh, she's so cute. Pretty girl. Oh, she can't
And she's
hear me.
got a. You can't really see it. She's got a little flower.
Yeah.
She got a little flower.
Yeah. She had like three or
So,
four. She had like three or four.
I had a really good day. I got a massage today. I had a pedicure. My wife is making a wonderful dinner. What's the dinner? It's we're having a tri-tip beef roast, mashed potatoes and gravy and corn,
Shit.
which is about to happen here. Oh, and a homemade cheesecake. Ron,
Fuck.
you still have time to fly.
My life is shit right now. Holy shit. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Time to fly here, Ron. Get on a plane.
Fuck.
Fly here.
I'm pretty sure my dinner was. I'm pretty sure the dinner I made for myself was in a plastic tray that I found on the counter. Like, fuck.
In the U.S., we call those TV dinners. You know what I'm talking about when I say TV dinner?
Yeah, that's something that's come from a shop. This is what. Imagine making your own, just foraging in your kitchen on a tray. Just like, yes, have some of this.
Anybody who's listening to this. Do you remember TV dinners where it came in a metal tray? Here's what Ron, this was my favorite dinner.
Okay.
When I was growing up, when I was a latchkey kid,
this
is what I ate. It was maybe two pieces of fried chicken, but it wasn't very good. It was like really bad chicken.
Yeah.
And it had like some corn and some really bad mashed potatoes. And it had like an apple dessert.
Apple Sutton.
Did you ever see those, Ron? Those old TV. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
And you get it out of the freezer, you put it in the microwave in like 5 minutes and boom, dinner.
It was different lava temperatured goos. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I tell you something, it's to the people who make.
Ate that, drop it in the comments and tell me what your favorite TV dinner was.
I just want to say to the people who make the TV dinners, stop making frozen foods that have those long green beans. They don't freeze well. Okay, they don't freeze well. They just turn to green tasteless mush. Just forget about that.
And right now, one of the top most popular frozen heat and eat dinners is made by a company called Stouffer's.
Okay.
And it's right here in Cleveland. So
hell yeah.
Props to
So
Stouffer's.
stay tuned for the Phil Chalmers vlogging day out with his missus to the fucking TV dinner company.
Serial Killer Sunday, sponsored by Stouffer's Chicken. Heat and eat. You could be Ron,
dude.
You could be Ron sitting at the edge of bed, and in 5 minutes you can have a gourmet dinner.
All I'm going to say is I'm going to eat.
Like these wings are mine back here.
I'm going to email them, and there'll be like a limited edition merch drop with like Stover's TV dinners, and then Delmas's face on the back. Do you know what I mean? We'll figure something out.
We can have a line of serial killers' last meals.
Oh shit!
It could be the Stouffer serial killer line. That'd be cool.
That's fucking a really good idea. Yeah. You've really come to life over the last month or two, man. You're using YouTuber terminology. You're kicking out merch ideas. I like this. This is good. Now I'm talking. Now we're talking. Cooking my gas.
Hey, listen. Hey, wait a minute. Ron, listen.
Yes.
Delmas Colvin's on the phone.
Holy shit.
Hold on.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from...
We got Delmas Colvin live on the phone on YouTube Live.
Holy shit.
Tell your friends, your relatives, and your grandmother.
This call is from a correction facility and is subject.
All right, I got to tell him he's on live first. Hold on.
Yeah.
Thank you for using GTL.
Hey, Delmas, I got to tell you something. I'm on YouTube Live right now. There's a bunch of people listening to you. You are not just talking to me.
I was calling because I missed you yesterday on Saturday morning with the Chalmers.
We slept in. We slept in this morning. You missed us.
Yeah, I know it rained. I missed you yesterday. Did you get my email?
I did. Hey, what do you want to say to Ron Swanson, the guy from Scotland that runs my YouTube channel? You got any choice words for Ron?
What's the other guy named? Is Ron and Steve, right?
No, Sean Atwood, but I'm on with Ron right now. Ron's from Scotland. What do you got to say to Ron?
Man, that's why I called you this morning. Yesterday, this morning, a group of CEOs stopped me and they loved it. They talk about the UK YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And they talk about the one last year with you, Phil, when I had the COVID.
Oh yeah.
They like the COVID one. Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
They brought that up at 7 o'clock. About 10:07 this morning, they stopped me in the hallway, right? And they brought the one over with Steve and Ron. They said they love that one. And I said, They actually did not know you guys. I said, I know Phil, but Phil know them guys, so
That's wild.
So let me explain on what you're saying. They may not know if they're not from U.S. COs are corrections officers. We used to call them guards, but they're now called COs. The guards, the COs at Delmas's prison love my YouTube channel, and they always stop him. Hey, we saw Phil and Ron on YouTube.
That's quality.
So hey, Delmas, give a little insight into your life. You have a monthly deal that you get to buy food. Tell them what you had last month and tell them what's next month.
Oh, this, like, every now and then they have what you call a fundraiser. They peel our heads. Last time we had KFC.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
They charged us, but they charged us $11 for a 5-piece. And Phil looked it up, and you can get it for $8.86. It wasn't that bad. Profit is not a dirty word. And the month before that, they had pizza. This month, they have Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, did I say that right? Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. You're right, Chick-fil-A.
That's the one, yeah.
They charging us $5.75 for spicy, and $5.50
for a spicy.
That's kind of high.
Hey, let's see. Hey, Ron, does anybody have any questions for Delmas Colvin live from Lebanon Correctional Facility?
Yeah.
In the U.S. of A.
Leanne,
this is your chance to ask Delmas Colvin a question.
Leanne says shit. Leanne says shit. KFC, send me to prison. Yeah, we
hey, hey, Delmas, listen. One of the ladies said, "Shit, they can't believe inmates can get KFC."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shit. Tell her, hell, we pay for it, baby. Tell her, like, when you looked it up, it cost $8.36 or $8.80 for a 5-piece.
For a 5-piece. For a 5-piece. I'm paying top dollar for a 5-piece.
$5 fucking. That's how they make their money for these fundraisers.
You just imagine this, like, fucking hell.
You know, he's younger than me, but he all swole up.
Hey, Delmas, tell these guys that the Delta variant's coming to prison. Tell them what's going on with the COVID.
Yeah, man, God. First, if you was fully vaccinated, they put a white thing on your badge. You did not have to wear
a mask.
A mask. And now with this Delta variant, man, it's sweeping out. They're thinking on the outside, they didn't change their mind. They say if you go in high contaminated, high area where it's at, they want you to wear masks. And now they're rethinking about us. I've been fully vaccinated because I had it. And man, in this, oh my God, I can't go back to that. I fall the fuck out. How does it is with a fucking mask on? And man, it ain't bad here yet, but less than 70% of the prison has been vaccinated.
Okay.
Well,
Ron, do you have any questions for Mr. Delmas Colvin? Ron's my co-host here from Scotland.
I'm interested.
Do you have any questions for Delmas?
I'm interested. Obviously, there's like prison jobs and things like this, and you can get money donated into your account and things like this. But if you didn't have anyone helping you out financially and you were in your situation, how?
Hold on 1 second, Delmas.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
Well, how long does it take for a regular inmate to earn, $9 or $11 to buy a KFC? If you see what I'm saying, if there wasn't any outside help.
Yeah, he's breaking up.
Am I breaking up? Oh shit!
I can hear that.
Sorry,
you're breaking up for us, Ron. How long does it take? We can't really hear what you're saying.
It's okay.
Say it again.
Hang on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
He's breaking up. Sorry. So Delmas, we're live. We're gonna go. We got your message. I hope you're doing well. Wendy wants to know Wendy wants to know what you're ordering from Chick-fil-A.
Yes, we do that this Thursday.
No, she wants to know what you're ordering. What are you gonna get?
Whatever you send me, shit. I don't care. Whatever you send me, whatever you send. Hey, but tell them, Ron and Phil, tell them they love them guys here in the U.S. Make sure they know they love them. Man, they cornered me this morning. I had an audience around about 9 goddamn COs talking about that that on YouTube.
So Ron, what he's saying is they love you and Sean Atwood from the UK.
Oh, that's wicked. Yeah, well,
I love you guys.
listen, man,
They really
it's
do.
Yeah.
it's
There
a,
was actually all types of questions. I said, they're my field friends. I could feel. Then they asked you about the one with that COVID. When you did it with the COVID, they said, man,
Yeah.
they said, that was priceless. Especially when I was up there sick, man, when I was dying. I said, oh, when I came back from the hospital.
Well, hey DC, I'm gonna let you go. This week I'm in West Virginia. You want to call later or tomorrow? You can. Okay.
can you hear me,
Okay,
Phil?
what time?
Call anytime, brother.
Virginia.
Can you hear me just
Anytime?
before Delmas goes? Are you able to? Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. Do you
Okay.
want to say something?
I can
Just really quickly.
Hold on one second, though.
Just really quickly,
Yeah,
if a prisoner in Delmas's level didn't have anyone giving them financial support outside of prison, how long would it take for a regular prison to be able to afford $11 for a KFC? Because I hear prison
Okay,
wages
so
are pretty
he's saying
shit.
this. Good
This
question.
call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Delmas, his question is really good. He said, if you don't have outside support like Phil and Wendy Chalmers, how long would it take you, a regular inmate, to come up with $11 to get some KFC? How long would it take a regular inmate to get $11?
Okay, now listen to this. Without that, you're fucked. You're done.
You ain't eating, boy. Yeah.
Average job in here pays you $17, $18 a month. Unless you work in the kitchen, you can make $34 a month. And if you work in OPI where I work, you make a little bit more. But the average, oh no.
Holy shit.
You gotta live by state pay.
So wait a minute, wait. So what you're saying? No, wait a minute, Dallas. So you're saying if you work, you can make 17 to 35 a month. But what if you don't work?
You're fucked.
Damn.
You're fucked. You gotta
Okay.
You gotta live off the land.
Okay.
You gotta dig,
So-
steal, rob,
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
Wow.
Let's-
Do people make money using sex to make money, Delmas?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no constraint. Of course they do. But usually they don't turn that into
Well-
money. They turn that into, that's what you call drug use. Because that tune is big here.
They get drugs. And I know some inmates like wash people's clothes and cut their hair and do tattoos, right?
Yeah, that's just to survive so you can drink coffee and stuff like that, But this is what people don't understand. Just because you're in here, hey, man, if you got to depend on that kitchen to eat, man, you in the bad. Like the day they served some shit today, I don't know what it is. I seen it, but I don't know what it is.
The food's terrible. The food's bad, right?
No, it's beyond terrible. If you look at the menu, people will say, oh man, them inmates are eating good, but the menu does not reflect.
Yeah,
what
just-
they actually eat.
Oh, so it'll say like meat. It'll say.
Originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded. and
So
monitored.
what you're saying? It'll say like meatloaf, but it ain't fucking meatloaf.
No, it will say hash browns, and it'll be half boiled potatoes.
All right.
We get it's that turkey shit. We get no chicken, we get no beef.
You get no. So we were just talking before you came on. I was saying Daisy eats very well, and Delma said she eats better than you. Does Daisy eat better than you?
My dude. Yeah. Yes, you do. That's all. He's better than a lot of prisoners. He was actually, his name is Derek Bell.
That's funny.
Down in Richmond.
What's up, Derek?
He said, "What's up, Derek?"
He's got an inmate next to him.
I was telling him they love you here. they love you pretty. But y'all can come. You tell them boys they can come to the U.S. and fuck everything with panties on.
Hey, Delmas, thanks for calling in, man. Reach out to me the next couple days, okay?
All right, then.
All right, buddy.
You tell them guys keep up the good work.
Yeah,
You
man.
Too. And man, I need that by Thursday. You did.
You got it. It's there. It's there right now, buddy. You're in. You're in. Hey.
Man, later.
Hey, it's there.
Okay.
All right.
But you tell them guys they're huge here.
Okay.
Especially the women CEOs. Oh, they tell them with that British accent.
The British accent. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Nice one, Delmas. Take it easy, bro.
He wanted money for Chick-fil-A.
Well, listen, we actually
And I
got
said-
we got a $5 donation for the Delmas Chicken Fund this evening, so you can.
That helps because I sent him $50 for chicken.
Yeah.
See, just so y'all know as you're watching, why does Delmas call me? Why do all these guys reach out to me? Because I help them. If I help them, they help me. So if I buy him chicken, then he calls during my live trainings and he helps me out, right? And he takes part of that. These psychopaths don't help you for nothing. Like the reason why George Russell will not respond to my letter is I haven't quite hit what he needs.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those guys.
Getting some.
He's going to be one of those guys
going on.
that doesn't want money. He's going to be I want pictures of young Asian girls category. He's going to be one of those ones, man. He's
that guy. That's the werewolf butcher. Which, by the way, he's in probably the same prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want much. Just give me like a lock of Wendy's hair, and that would be great. No, creepy bastard.
I can't do pictures of young Asian women, but Wendy, get your hair. I can give a lock of Wendy's hair. I'll knock that off right now.
That shit'll grow back. No problem. Holy shit. There we go. No. Oh god, it's oh god, no, it's okay, he didn't do it, that's fine. Shit. I just thought we were about to see a whole new side of Two Wine Phil, where he just starts cutting fucking hair. Just starts going for it. Fucking brilliant.
Delmas Colvin called live. How you like that? I should arrange for a killer to call every time we do this.
We should start arranging a whole new line for that. Get a series planned.
I will always answer the phone when an inmate calls if we're doing this, so just know that I will. So
hell yeah.
Hey, Ron, it's been great. I got some great food waiting for me.
Yeah, man. I've got more stuff on a tray that I'm going to collect from the kitchen. All right, excellent.
Thank you so much, y'all, for hanging out tonight.
Yep, thank you, guys.
Check out the Phil Chalmers merch.
Yep, there'll be a link down in the description.
Books are available. If you really want to read, check them out.
Check them out. Thank you, everybody, once again. You guys are awesome.
Thanks,
and lots to come. So we will see you guys in the next one. And yeah, thanks again. Peace. And I've done that. There we go. And then this. Oh, no, wait. Okay. Nailed it.